It's big, it's bold, it's brash. On this edition of Test Drive, the Lincoln MKT. The latest Lincoln MKT wears the company's new split-wing front grille, a distinctive design cue that will roll out across the entire lineup. The other thing that struck me is just how far Lincoln has come in so few years. Look at the Lincoln Town Car and it's as technologically moribund as any car on the road today. The MKT, on the other hand, is loaded with leading-edge technologies, all of which are designed to make the driver's life easier and/or safer. So there you have it, a car that can park all by itself. The beauty of this Lincoln system is its simplicity. The Lexus system, there's a lot to do before the car will park. This thing, you simply push a button and all the driver has to do is use the brake pedal to control speed. The beauty of the whole system is if you combine this ability with adaptive cruise control. Now, it will pace the car ahead. If it slows, so does this car. If it stops, so does this car. You have the ability to start, stop, and steer. How long before the driver becomes redundant? The MKT is powered by Lincoln's 3.5-litre EcoBoost engine. With the twin turbos blowing full gale, this engine puts forth 365 horsepower and, more importantly, 350 pound-feet of torque at just 1,500 RPM. This gives the heavy MKT a spirited launch off the line. In fact, it scampers to 100k in 7.5 seconds and manages the more important 80 to 120 passing move in 5.5 seconds. All of the power is relayed to the road through a 6-speed manumatic with paddle shifters and a very competent all-wheel drive system. In normal driving conditions, the system powers the front wheels. However, the instant it detects a problem, it sends power rearward in just 16 milliseconds. As such, it's proactive in all but name. Talk great interior design, and it's right here inside this MKT. To begin with, the materials are absolutely superb, but more importantly, everything is touch sensitive. You swipe to change the fan speed, you swipe to change the volume. This screen here is all touch sensitive, and you can access navigation, phone, entertainment, and climate all simply by touching the screen. Then you get to the instrumentation, and this really is very nice indeed. There's two separate screens. The one on the right, it again looks after the phone, climate, entertainment, and so on. The one on the left, well, it allows you to customize the gauge packages and set the vehicle up. It really is first class. One of the reasons the MKT balances the ride-handling equation so well is its continuously controlled damping. It allows the driver to pick comfort, normal and sport modes. The system monitors the suspension 500 times a second and makes the necessary real-time adjustments anywhere between 20 and 50 times a second to deliver controlled handling and a smooth ride. It certainly had the desired effect, as the amount of body roll for such a large vehicle was limited to a handful of degrees. It also manages to deliver a very smooth ride. There's also a sport mode for the transmission. Now, it locks out 6 gear, so if the driver does not upshift manually, kiss your fuel economy goodbye. The back end of this MKT is not only cavernous, it was designed for the lazy man. You simply kick the underside of the bumper and Bob's your uncle, the tailgate powers open. Now, with all 3 rows in the upright position, you have about 18 cubic feet of cargo space. Push one button and the 3rd row automatically powers down into the floor, which speaks to the lazy man thing yet again. Now, with these seats folded down, you open up about 40 cubic feet, and if you fold the center row down as well, that number grows to 79 cubic feet of cargo space. And just for good measure, there's a fridge along for the ride. If you're into technology, the MKT comes with a boatload that goes well beyond the ability to park itself. It's such that the MKT delivers more than some of its more expensive competitors. The Tester arrived with adaptive cruise control, a backup camera that also warns the driver if there's cross traffic when backing out of a blind spot, as well as My Key, which allows the driver to limit the MKT's capability when Junior takes the keys, along with lane departure warning and blind spot monitoring. Now, the latter is important because the MKT's sightlines, well, they're not all they should be. They labelled the Pontiac Aztek as the original SUV. This thing comes a very close second, and by SUV I don't mean sport utility vehicle, I mean seriously ugly vehicle. The saving grace in this case, it has a lot of inner beauty.